Welcome, everyone, to Ruston, Louisiana, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and the fans are in Joe IA Stadium, ready to have a good time. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense takes the field. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for space. It's Russo. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Falcons offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Trying out, flank them on the jet sweep. And the Falcons get it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Brought down at the 27-yard line. Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldog fans.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Falcons are on the move. They'll try the run.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Give to the running back. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The Falcons get enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. Wants to go up top. They're trying to get to it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, BG. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. The lone back's got it. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Coming after it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The give to Davis. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Tackle is made near the 48-yard line.
That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
7, Louisiana Tech 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Falcons are flying down the field. Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride Davis here. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Makes the grab to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the 1st, and we got a fresh set of downs.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Push down for the tackle.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give the...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Wants to throw on third down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. The Falcons will move the sticks with the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Therasol. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Complete to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42, Spider. Fourth.
They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Proctor. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down, trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in this second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you. You can get to the running back before he gets started.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last completion, it's second down. It's a reverse. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ali. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Right back to it. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Falcons look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to Davis. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
at the 10-yard line.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bowling Green. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On second down, wants to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Pitts. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
42 Spider.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give him a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Okay, ready?
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 10 over Texas A&M. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They go to the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down, and if we add points, we add points.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride Davis here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's their assault. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside on an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that. Go make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job.
He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BG. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. They want to see if they can score the deuce.
Jackrabbit.
He's looking to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
33. Louisiana Tech, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires left, and they can't make the connection.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. Receiver's got to make the catch.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Getting some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. One more play to pad the stats.
Easy.
On 4th down, going to the air. Unleashes one deep. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reed